Donna J. Donnan presents Ask Donna, a weekly podcast on a plethora of topics and tips. Donna's podcast is split into 4 distinct sub-podcasts. The first week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Bloggers podcast on such topics as overcoming bullies and bullying, tips on entrepreneurship, and protecting oneself from scams and scammers. The second week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Coach podcast. A bit of this, a bit of that from her monthly Did You Know diary. The third week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Homemaker podcast. Tips on everyday hints to help you take advantage of natural remedies and solutions. And the fourth week of the month is where Donna's podcast is all about her product review and a book review. Sit back and enjoy.
Hello, and greetings, everyone. I am Donna J. Jodhan, your host for the Ask Donna weekly podcast. And we are up to the month of August. Yes, indeed. The very first week of August, and here we are. I hope that everyone has been enjoying their summer thus far. I know I have. I have done some really interesting things. I was on a trip recently with my dearest friend Jilla. We went to Europe on a riverboat cruise. And as part of my highlights, I would like to tell you about my hot air balloon ride in the Alps in Switzerland and my visit to the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam. Lovely, lovely, lovely. But you know what? We're here to talk about things for my weekly podcast, Ask Donna. I'd like to thank everyone for continuing to drop in to listen to me, to email me with your feedback, your thoughts, your comments, and your suggestions. My email bag is getting fuller and fuller every week, and I'm just so pleased. I'm just so sorry that I can't answer every email, but I do the best I can, and I try to respond to questions that I pull randomly from my question bag so that I can let you know what listeners are thinking and asking. And I'd like to thank my brother in Montreal, Mike Chicello. Mike is my surrogate brother, I would say, my little brother. Thank you, Mike. I hope you're doing well, and hi to your wonderful wife, Heather. Okay, let us get down to business, and I will lay out the picture for you as far as the Ask Donna podcasts. I produce 4 podcasts per month for the Ask Donna podcast. Okay. In the first week, it's all about Ask Me, Ask the Blogger. The second week is about asking me, Ask Me the Sight Loss Coach. The third week is all about me as Ask the Homemaker. And for the fourth week, it's all about me as Ask the Reviewer, where I do a product review, a book review, and a business review. Okay? So I try to make things interesting. I try to diversify, and I try to ensure that you receive the latest and greatest tips in all directions. Now, before I start, I want to tell you about my ETSE announcement, Etsy. It's all about me on Etsy. Blindly Brilliant is my website, is my user handle, and I just don't expect you to go there and buy my products. I would like you to go to my website and take a look, and you get involved in creating and motivate yourselves to create similar products, pottery products, okay? I want to encourage you. I want to motivate you to do this, okay? So go to Etsy, ETSE, Etsy.com, search for Blindly Brilliant, and you will find me. Also, You can find me on YouTube as well with my Etsy announcements. Okay? Or write to me at askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com or donnajodhan@gmail.com. Okay? So let's get down to business for this week. It's Ask the Blogger. Okay? And I want to start by highlighting some questions from listeners that I received over the last month. Here's the first question. The listener would like me to explain a little bit more with regard to bullying by the customer. And in my respectful opinion, bullying by the customer takes place when the customer starts to threaten the customer agent on the phone. For example, if you don't do this, I will report you to your boss or your manager. Or if you don't do this, I will make sure that you are fired. That is bullying. Oftentimes there is friction on the phone between a customer agent and a customer themselves. It's not the way to go about this. This doesn't solve the problem. You've got to engage in meaningful and healthy communication between the customer and the customer agent. It's the only way. Trying to bully the customer agent doesn't do any good. Okay, so an example of this would be when the customer is demanding a refund of money that they paid for a product that they did not receive. And the customer says, well, if I don't get my payment, I am going to report you to your manager and I want my payment now. That is bullying. Bullying often occurs when people feel threatened, when people want their own way, when people feel that they are entitled. The customer may be correct, they want their payment back, but that's not the way. Here's the next question. Who is right for entrepreneurship? And my very brief response to this is this. The person who has a passion, the person who feels that they have a cause to get into entrepreneurship, or maybe even the person who is being influenced by external factors such as wanting to make more income, wanting to be closer to home, wanting to work from home, wanting to have a new career. It all depends on one's mindset. Okay? That is a very brief response from me to this question. All right. My next question that I pulled is the person wanted to have, or the listener wanted to have a little bit more explanation of my title, Between a Rock and a Hard Place. And it all has to do with self-checkouts versus no packing at the cash. For someone who is blind and or vision impaired, they need help with a self-checkout because the screens are not accessible and they cannot use the touch screen to conduct their own transactions. With regard to no packing assistance at the cash, there is no help available most of the time unless the customer says, please can you help me? And even at that, there is no guarantee that they are going to get any sort of assistance. One primary example is Walmart. Here in my neighborhood at Markham and Steeles, they don't help you with anything with regard to self-checkout or with regard to packing at the cash. So that's what I mean when I say between a rock and a hard place. Okay? All right, let's start with my feature on bullying for this week. Ask the Blogger. Bullying in the workplace. How about that? Bullying in the workplace. Bullying in the workplace takes place when managers bully employees or bully each other. Bullying in the workplace takes place when employees bully each other or even bully their managers. Bullying in the workplace takes place when there is bullying amongst everyone, employees and managers, superiors and subordinates, because people want their own way. They simply want to have it their own way. So they use bullying tactics. This is what I mean by bullying in the workplace. All right. Let's now move to my entrepreneurial tips. And it's all about how to start a cleaning business. All right. You need to investigate a need. Is there a need or requirement in your neighborhood for a cleaning business? Are there people looking for cleaning businesses, especially like young professionals, single moms, parents who are constantly on the go and they're looking for cleaning business help? That is what you got to investigate and analyze. Is there a need for a cleaning business? You've got to identify who your customers are. For example, are they young professionals, business professionals? Are they business places? Are they parents on the go? Those are your potential customers. And you've got to look at how far are they away from you. The closer they are located to you, the better it would be for your cleaning business. Okay? Next on my list for this week for Ask the Blogger, tips on scammers and scamming. Listen, one of the most popular type of scammer are home renovators. Trust me when I tell you, these guys knock at your door, they phone you, they email you. These are the three approaches that they use, okay? And they say, we can do this, we can do that. The promises are above the horizon. It's limitless. You got to decide how legitimate these promises are. I would never go with a home renovator that is a single person. And I hate saying this because there are many people trying to make ends meet by doing home renovations. But you got to be very, very, very careful. Or any small company. I would go with a larger company. The thing to do is thoroughly check everything out. Ask for references. Pay with a credit card. Don't pay with cash. Never pay with cash. Never pay with a check. Because you do that, you are likely to lose your down payment and you don't get any services in return. Okay? You've got to check them out. Don't pay anything up front, please. And check their references. Okay? And I'm going to end my podcast today with my thoughts for today. Customs agents opening boxes. This is what happened a few months ago to me when I FedExed my monthly box to my dearest mom. The FedEx agents opened the box, stole the medical pull-ups, stole other things, opened up a tin of poppycock that I sent to her and ate some of it, scattered all of the cough drops in the box itself. The box was a total mess. What happens if this happens? Or what do you do when this happens? Okay? Well, at first the shipper said, there's nothing you can do. I wouldn't take that for an answer. The shipper was lazy. The shipper could care less. So I went directly to FedEx and I laid out my case step by step. And you know what? They were very, very, very understanding. I got refunded. I got a credit for the cost of my shipping, which was quite a bit. And they were extremely nice to me. So all I am saying is, if at any time you run into a circumstance where your box is opened at the other end when you ship it by any courier company, complain to said courier company. Don't take no for an answer from the shipper. They're lazy and they don't want to be bothered. So that's my thought for today, folks. I want to thank you for dropping in to listen to me. Please continue to write to me at askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com or donnajodhan@gmail.com. Check out my Etsy announcement on YouTube, and I will talk to you again next week. Have a great day and have a great rest of the week. Bye for now.
That's it for this week. Donna hopes that you enjoyed her podcast today. She thanks you for having taken the time to tune in and looks forward to being with you next week. Send your thoughts and feedback to Donna at askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com.